Hi everyone, welcome to this session for my remix contest of my track Lights Go Down. I got a lot of remixes from you. Thank you very much to everyone who participated. And today we're gonna listen to 10 out of these remixes. We had to make a choice because there was so many remixes, and now we've chosen 10 and we're gonna review them today, and in the end we're gonna announce the winner. Today, as you can see, I'm here in my studio and I'm together with these two guys here, Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave from Sirup Music.
And Max.
I'm Max from Sirup Music.
Dave is my A&R and Max is mainly in charge for social media stuff, and we're just gonna discuss these tracks together. We're gonna give some inputs about the production and what we think about these tracks, and as I said, in the end, we're gonna give you a ranking and we're gonna announce the winner. So I would say we jump right into this, and we're gonna listen to these tracks now. There's no ranking so far. We're just gonna listen to them pretty much randomly, and we're gonna listen always one break and one drop, and that's it. We're not gonna listen to the whole track because pretty much it's gonna be repeated, and then we're gonna tell you our thoughts. And the first track that we're gonna start with is from Colston, and guys, are you ready?
I'm super ready.
Okay then, let's go.
Far across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. You can come back now. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down.
Okay, guys, you can start. What do you think?
I like the remix, but for me it's too close to the original. But the atmosphere is good.
Okay, Max?
Yeah, it's similar to the original, but I like the little extra melodies.
The melody,
exactly,
sprinkled on top,
exactly. Yeah, I think I see it pretty much the same. It's very close to the original. Thank you. So that means you like the original. You didn't have to change a lot for the remix, but yeah, it's a little bit too close for a remix. And I also like these little synthesizer add-ons there in these melody parts. Really nice. The mix down, everything's fine. But it's pretty close. It's pretty close. But the overall sound and the production is good.
It's good, yeah.
Okay, cool. So guys, just rank it. Just give it a score, and in the end we're gonna add this all together, and we're gonna see which one is gonna be the best. So I hope you don't see what I'm gonna write down now, because we want to keep this a secret, obviously. Okay, then let's move on to the next one. This remix is from Dynascope remix.
Far across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. You can come back now. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down.
Okay, yeah, for this one, I'm gonna start. First of all, I like the production. The production sounds really good. I love the drop. Really nice bass house drop. Really nicely done. I like it that the remix is pretty different from the original. I like it. That's pretty much the point of a remix. And the only thing I'm not quite sure is, I think in the beginning something is off with the vocal. I don't know. The vocal doesn't start where it's supposed to be from the original track. I think it's a little bit off 1 or 2 beats. Doesn't sound wrong, but obviously because I'm used to my version, to me it sounds a little bit off. Everything else is really nice. I like it. It's if I want to find something that is not perfect about this remix, then I would say it's because the mood of the vocal in the break is pretty laid back and a little bit more sad, and then you come with this uplifting bass house drop. Not quite sure if this is the perfect sound for a remix like that, but or a song like that for a remix. But in general, the whole production, I really like it, guys.
Max first.
Yeah, as you said, the drop is really nice, and I really love the build-up. Well, when it started and then started over again, that was pretty nice, and the quality is dope too. So
I think that the remix works really good for a Las Vegas outdoor pool party. That was my first reaction for this remix. A little bit rave style inside. I like it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, then let's give it a score, and we're gonna move on. That was Dynascope.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next remix is Frankie Corsano. Frankie Corsano remix. Let's go.
Far across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. You can come back now. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down.
Okay. What do you think?
First, also typical Las Vegas pool party track, bass house. Also great productions. I like the small details, the scratches and everything. Solid.
yes, it had a lot of different things in it that was pretty cool and didn't sound too similar to the original.
Yeah, true. I think it goes a little bit in the same direction like the one before. It's
Yes.
not that aggressive like the other one. I also like this because it's a little bit more straight, how to say, like with the drop. But yeah, it's cool because it's different from the original, definitely. and I'm not quite sure about the production. I think the production of the remix before was a little bit more on point. This one is fine. It's fine, but it's some things from a producer view, some things in the mix down between the bass, the bass drum and the bass, something is a little bit off there. But in general, good stuff. Okay, guys. You already wrote something down? Okay, cool.
Next one.
Next one is Holt. Holt remix.
Far across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. They can come back now. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down.
Okay, for this one, I'm gonna start. I really love it. Great job. I think from all the remixes that we heard so far, this one, the mood of the drop matches the overall mood of the song and the vocals the best. This is not necessary that the remix is gonna be like that, but in this track I think it matches perfectly. I think if we would release this track as an original track, nobody will think that this is a remix, because the mood of the vocal and the mood of the drop matches perfectly. I love this Medusa style in the drop, really nicely done, nice production, and there's really not a lot to criticize about this one. I mean, you can say it's also close to the original, because the original was already in that kind of genre, but this one is really is pretty much on point for this sound. I love the bass line, this saw bass line in the drop. Very good. I like it.
Agreed. I like it also. Remember me also of the Medusa style. It's a perfect car song for driving
Perfect to listen
Yeah,
when
to
you're
listen.
driving your car. Yeah, perfect.
it's
Perfect.
it's
This
a
is-
good mood.
It's definitely not for a main time, peak time festival, but to listen.
But it's also
to it,
close to the original. But
it's close to the original, but it adds really this pad atmosphere with this long pad bass in the drop. It's different from my slap house bass that I used. So yeah, I really like it, and I think, as you said, to listen to it in the car or something, this is perfect.
Max,
Yes.
the young generation.
It's got, I like that it had this special melody that dun 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 or something that started right off the start with the vocal, and then it went away at the drop and came back. That was really cool, and yeah, it just feels clean. And as you said, as Medusa.
Yeah, it's really clean.
Yeah, no, the production is really good. Cool, very cool. Okay then, let's jump to the next one. This one is the Giver remix. The Giver remix.
Far across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. You can come back now.
difficult.
What do you think? Max, now you
Max,
start.
young generation first.
Yeah, it sounds nice, but not too special, I think. Yeah. And yes, I don't have a lot to say about it, to be honest. It's just
It's
nice.
for me too close to the original. The only highlight is this trancy melody. That
Exactly.
it's really nice, but it's also from the arrangement really close to the original. And for me, I like when somebody makes something new. A remix is, I'm old school. A remix is change the original and make the new touch. And this trancy melodies, I don't know, it's enough to say that's a remix
Exactly.
for the listener. So
Yeah.
they say, hey, it's that original or it's that just an update. But the production is solid.
Production is fine.
Yeah,
production is
is
But
fine.
it's really like, I mean, in the beginning there are some new elements, like these little drums. I don't know if this is perfect for this track, but at least it's something new in the break, or in the first break and build up. And then the drop, and I was expecting something else,
Yeah.
and then it's like kind of the original track.
But I think
It's-
I don't know that the new generation don't understand what is a remix, or to change the original to put his own style inside.
But probably, I mean, I don't know this guy, but probably when,
Not-
but I can imagine that he hears a lot of stuff that he changed.
Or his style, maybe.
Or it's his style, but we just don't hear it because we're kind of always comparing it with the original. We don't hear that much difference. He probably, I mean, I hear a lot of elements that he added, but they're not,
Yeah.
they're not like outstanding that you say like, wow, there's this new thing and this new thing and this new thing. For an average listener, I think this is really close to the original. Which
Yeah,
is,
but I understand also the artists that don't want to do too much risk.
I get it.
Like
It's also hard, as I said, if you go too hard for like bass house or I don't know whatever you wanted to do with this track. I don't know if it would even work. Probably not all of the styles would work with this vocal. So I get it that you stick close to the original. And as you said, this trance melody. I mean, this is a good idea. It's a nice additional element, but it's also kind of a pity that it just.
But why you don't do a completely trance remix?
Yeah, or you start it at the beginning of the drop, start with this trance melody, make it a little bit more outstanding, but it starts with the same vocal, with the vocal chops, everything is the same, and then this trance melody just fades in, which is maybe it would be nice to start the drop with this trance melody, but yeah, in general, the production is fine, everything sounds nice. But it's not like that you think, wow, this has really, to me it doesn't have a different feel like the original.
Yeah. Next one.
Okay. Okay. Next one is Broke. Broke remix.
Far across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. It can't come back now. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go far across the water on some other distant beach along the coastline, somewhere out of reach.
Okay, I'm gonna end this here. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I like it overall. I like it a lot because, first of all, the production sounds really good. This is really on point. I like the fact that it technically takes my slap house track. Mine was like a mix between sad house, melodic house, and slap house, and it takes this slap house idea but makes it definitely more aggressive. And this is, I like this about this remix because it combines perfectly this melodic, sad break with a drop that is full of energy, but it matches the mood of the vocal. It's not a drop that you say, oh my god, this drop doesn't have anything to do with the break. And yeah, I like it a lot. Not quite sure about this part, the last part that we heard. Now I don't know if this should still be considered as a drop, as part of the drop, where the drums just play on and the drums and the bass and the vocals add. I don't know about this, but everything else is really great. I really don't know, can't say anything about it that I would say, okay, you need to change this or that. I like it a lot. Guys?
Yes, really love that sound. I don't know what to call it, but the sound that repeated that.
That distorted bass sound, yeah.
Distorted bass, yeah, that really sounded great on this song. And yeah.
Yeah,
Just
production is really on point. Personally, I like it's a little bit darker. It's a little bit more, I think, for DJs, not like just for streamings or for Spotify or all other stores. It's like a solid club banger. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
I like the darker style.
Yeah,
This,
as I said, it takes mine was more a pop slap house track, pretty poppy, and this takes this pop element but makes it more dark, more clubby, a little bit more heavy, more intense.
Yeah.
And I like this really, because I really think it's, as I said now many times, it's also important for me in a remix that even if you want to change the style, that it always needs to, your style of the remix needs to somehow match with the overall tone of the original, or you're just going to go completely wild and you just take like 2 or 3 little samples. But I think you can't go with the remix and take the whole vocal as it was, take the same chords at the original and then just change the drop. This doesn't work for a remix. Either you go and try to just lift the whole track to a new level. This is what this guy, in my opinion, did. Or you go completely different and you just take parts of the vocals and make something completely different out of it. And yeah, very nice. Cool.
next one.
Okay, next one. Monroe and Moralezz. Yeah, by the way, for everybody that is just following us so far, stick with us, because not only because you want to know who's going to win this contest, but also because once we're done with these 10 tracks to review them, we're going to start the ranking process, obviously, but then we're going to listen to 3 tracks that we want to show you, tracks that didn't make it into these this top 10 list, and tracks where I can tell you just already so much that these tracks are not really great. Let's put it like that. I don't want to be mean to anybody who participated, but there were really some tracks where we were like, we're not quite sure if this person really understood what we were asking for when we said send us a remix. And just so you know, in a few minutes we're gonna listen to these 3 tracks, and so stay tuned. Now we're gonna go to this what was the name?
Yeah, Monroe and Moralezz.
Monroe and Moralezz. But we're still in the top 10 list, so we're gonna mention the other tracks later.
Far across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. It can come back now. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. 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 Far across the water on some.
Okay, I'm just gonna start. You just say call when if you want to say something. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is a remix that in the drop goes to a whole new direction, which I totally like. And if you follow my music since forever, you know that I love this bouncy offbeat stuff. Totally love it. I love the drop. It's a pity, in my opinion, that the break and the build up don't show where it's gonna go later. I think the break and the build up are pretty much the same in all of these remixes, and they're just like this pad and the vocals, and then bring some drums, and you have no idea where it's gonna go. I think the drop is awesome because it's a whole new story. I think there wasn't even vocals in the beginning. Let me listen to this again.
Lights go down.
I like this. This is clubby. This is my kind of style that I produce myself. And I like it that there's no vocals. This is pretty much the first remix, I think, where the drop starts with no vocals. This is cool, but it's a pity that the drop is the break is just the same again. I think this track would really be better, especially for DJs. It would be more interesting if we wouldn't, or you wouldn't use the whole vocal, just some parts of it, and already start with this bouncy electro house melody in the drop somehow, in the break somehow. So people in the club who want to dance to this track, because the drop is obviously for dancing, that they already know, okay, it's gonna have this bouncy groove, but now in the break you're just standing still and you're just waiting. What's gonna happen? And suddenly it's like, and yeah, this is just what I think is a little bit strange with this track. But I like the production. Everything sounds fine. The drop, I like it totally. Not quite sure about the break. So this was a long one, but it's just because you see that this sound is really close to me because I produce sound like that, guys.
Max first.
Yeah, I love the drop too. It had crazy sounds in them, and I really liked that it didn't have the vocals, as you said, and the melody that's in the original, that wasn't in that drop too, and it still sounded like really cool. That's great.
I like the remix. because I think maybe the world needs like remix like that for the DJs.
Yeah, exactly. But what do you think as a DJ? You're a DJ too, and if you know, okay, this track has a great drop. I know everybody's gonna dance, but
Then I mix out.
But the break doesn't have a lot of energy and nothing, and it's
No.
technically just a pad. Then as a DJ, either you're gonna do a mashup or you're gonna rearrange the track. If I would want to play this track, this remix, then I would probably add some drums already. So in the break there would be a little bit more action, so people know it's gonna be a jumping, pumping track.
We do a Mike Candice remix of Monroe.
Yeah, something like that. No, this is just as an input for you guys. It's really cool. The drop is amazing. If you can use this drop for anything else, do it. Go ahead. This drop is really amazing.
Yeah, the drop is amazing.
Or you can still, for yourself, use this remix and just change the break a little bit, or just don't use all the vocals. You don't need to use all the vocals. There's no law that says for a remix you need to use all the vocals. It's enough to use just watch the light goes dun 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 dun, dun watch the light goes dun 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 dun, dun. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, I think we talked pretty long about this one now, but cool. It's really fascinating to listen to all of these different versions of my track. Okay. Let's rate this. Okay, next one is Pandapush.
Far across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. You can come back now, watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down.
Okay, Dave, Max,
That's rave, and I like.
you like it?
Yeah, that's rave. I think the production is good, but for this kind of style, you have to be more. It have to be more power.
Okay.
Yeah, like listen all this Vini Vici stuff, and it's more on more power inside.
It lacks a little bit of energy. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I get
more
it.
energy, but the production is good. I think on the dance floor, it's a banger.
Okay,
It's peak main time song.
okay,
Yeah,
cool. Max, you like it?
Yeah, I love the bass line.
Okay.
And how he took different parts of the melody, like just played it and took maybe the end out or the beginning delayed or something. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But it's still kind of similar to the original still, so the connection is there.
that's a remix.
Yeah.
All others are also good remix, but that's like out of the box from.
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
expect this. Like
Yeah.
okay,
Exactly. When you listen to, I mean, I realized immediately that it's faster than my
Yeah.
version, but I didn't know where it's gonna go because I think this triplet thing, it's not there in the break. I'm not quite sure, but I think it's not there. It just changes from this binary thing to, I don't know if it's just called
But
binary.
triplet, it's really difficult
then
to
triplet
make.
to in the drop. Yeah, it's cool. The production is totally fine. I know what you think, what you wanted to say. I understand that you think that it could be a little bit punchier, a little bit more.
Triplet
but
is
the triplet
really
is really-
difficult to.
It's
on to do
I
it
think
on
you
point.
You can do it like the pop way, where it's the sounds are pretty soft, not like full of energy, but it still works. Or you do it really the psytrance way, where it really has to be like
Yeah.
and But I think it's okay. The production is totally fine. Everything's fine. The only thing that I'm a little bit bothered, but this is probably just me because obviously I know my own track inside out, is that I think, if I heard this correctly, that this vocal chop in the drop is somehow, this is off. This is not. It doesn't start at 1. It starts at 2. It doesn't make a difference for the listener, but for me as a producer of the original, it makes a difference. I'm always like counting wrong. I'm counting 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I start with 2, and this is a little bit strange, but probably the audience wouldn't realize that. So it's not, and you can't say that this is an error or something like that. But yeah, I like it. I like it. As Dave said, that I like the idea that you take this, the same melody, pretty much the same mood, but you change
the triplet.
You change the style of the track, but the mood is technically the same.
But the triplet make the difference.
Exactly,
It's same but different.
Exactly. Interesting. This would be interesting to show to somebody that has no connection to dance music at all. Show them the original drop and show them this drop and ask them, what do you think is the difference? They would say it's a difference, but probably it would be hard for somebody to realize that the bass is not like straight, but it's triplets.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, this is like, we hear it immediately. But yeah, interesting. Really interesting, because I really think that the mood is pretty similar to the original, but the track is not cool.
Next one.
I need to hide my sheet here. I don't know. I don't have a 4K camera here, but no, nobody's gonna read anything.
I asked time before a lot of psytrance DJs, hey, how you do it the perfect triplet? And they say, Dave, we're working since 10 years for this triplet. I don't say nothing to you.
Yeah, I know.
I don't say nothing. Hey, what's
I had the same experience. I sent one of my demos, okay, like 2 years ago, a triplet demo where I thought like, okay, now I have this psytrance sound. Now I know how to do it.
No.
And I sent it to a guy that produces this since years, and I said, hey, collab bro.
Collab bro, no.
And he just wrote back.
I asked Asterix, Liquid Soul, all these guys.
You want to know what his answer was? First he was like, hey, nice to hear from you. Long time no hear. And the second thing was like, bro, this is no psytrance. I was like, okay, I thought it is, but it's okay. Then he sent me some of his demos, and I was like, I hear the difference.
No. Yeah.
But we're getting closer.
Yeah.
I'm still working on it, but we're getting
We don't
closer.
have rastas.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next one is Almi or Elmi or Elmi. I don't know how to pronounce this. Almi. It's just written A-L-M-I. Almi. Let's go.
Far across the water, on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. It can come back now. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down.
I'm gonna start.
if you want,
Yes, please.
I can also start.
I can just.
When you
click-
put out the vocals,
I can just click this button and then you're not gonna say nothing. No. Yeah. What do you want to say?
solid. I like, and I think when you put out the vocals, then it's a track, the original, that somebody like Solomon or all these guys that he plays now, this melodic trance, techno stuff, can play it. But also with the vocal, the atmosphere is really great, really chill. Not too much chill, but really solid, on point. That's, yeah, but he remembers me a lot of all this new, behind this new, like Tale of Us, melodic techno stuff. Really good. Max?
Yeah, I love how, if you noticed, the other remixes up till now went more into the club banger direction, and this one as a first went into the complete opposite direction.
Like the underground.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it sounded great, and the other one sounded great too. And it's crazy how you can do remixes in both directions of one song, and
Yeah.
I really like that it did something different compared to the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I really like this one too. I like the atmosphere totally. I would really describe this track as atmospheric. I don't even know if this is a word, but this is it's not like, oh my god, this energy, or oh my god, this kick drum,
melodic.
or anything, but just the whole atmosphere. It's really like a track to dive into. It's I really would love to listen to this track for like 3 minutes, no problem. With a bass house track, you don't technically want to listen to it for 3 or 4 minutes, but this track I could easily listen for 3 or 4 minutes. And very nice, yeah. And it's something completely different. And the drop is, again, I think the drop is pretty much without any vocals, right?
Yeah.
And that's cool. I mean, you need to be brave to do that when an original, when a track wants to be full of energy, and you just say, no, I'm not gonna go with full energy. I'm just gonna go with this flow, with this atmospheric flow for the drop. I'm not gonna use any vocals. I'm not gonna use these vocal chops. Great. I love the production. It's really nice, very nice. I think, especially when I hear it on the earphones, you hear much more than on speakers. Obviously, I hear that the sound design is really on point. Is very good. The only thing, if I want to say something that me as a producer, I would say, okay, this I would change a little bit, is at the beginning when it starts, before the vocal starts, or let's say an introduction to the vocal, I would have either something needs to go out of the drums maybe, or the bass or whatever, and the vocal needs to somehow be introduced either with like a reverse vocal or a pad or anything. It's just like the beat is there already, and then it just goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, far across the ocean, da, 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 da. And this is, I'm gonna show you what I mean.
Far across the water.
Oh, far across the water, yeah. Don't even know my lyrics. This is a little bit strange because everything else is with so much atmosphere. Also, when the drop is introduced, you can really tell, okay, now the drop is gonna come. You know exactly when it's gonna come. And here it's just like there's the intro, and then it just is like, bah, and now we're in the first verse. I would love it in a track like this, that when there would be like, I don't know, 8 or 16 bars with just a pad that just chills everything down, and then the vocal comes into the track, and not like directly like, hey, this part is to mix it in, and then we're gonna start with the vocal. This I wouldn't do in a track like that. But everything else, I love it. I love the atmosphere, and cool. Anything else?
No. Next one.
Okay.
I think that's the last one.
Now
No?
that's the last one.
Yeah.
That's the Fenox or Fenox, or I don't know how to pronounce this. Fenox remix. Let's listen to this one.
Far across the water, on some other distant beach, along the coast land, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, restless city street. They can come not now. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it short and simple with this one. I like it, but first of all, it's also very close to the original. I get it with this organ, additional organ melody bass in the drop. I get the idea. Not quite sure. The sound is not completely on point. The bass, the organ, and the kick drum, they're not perfectly together. Everything else is fine. I think from the mood this would work, but as I said, it's pretty close to the original. So I think if the focus should be on this organ melody in the drop, the sound there should be a little bit more on point, and then everything else should be like a little bit. You should take back everything else a little bit and just say, hey, now the important sounds in the drop are the kick drum, this organ sound, and maybe some vocal chops, but the track doesn't know what he wants to be. He wants to be close to the original, but then again, it wants to have this organ melody, and this I don't know what exactly this remix, where it wants to go. Just my first opinion.
Same, but I like the organ.
The organ sound is perfect. Yeah, this
he remembers which time was this?
This was
2000
something like that. 1997, 8 or
in Switzerland, we call it this Örgeli house.
Yeah. This is this typical Korg organ, and I love it. And also the melody that the organ plays, totally fine, works perfectly nice. But I think it should be then. It should also stand out a little bit more if this is kind of the main attraction of a remix. There always needs to be one point of sale. No, point of sale. What's the name? What's the say? I don't know. Whatever. This specific thing that stands out in the remix. Either it's the atmosphere, or it's how the vocal is processed, or how the bass line goes, or something. You need to have something that people are gonna say, "Wow, I love this about this remix." And here, I think it should be the organ, but therefore it's too much hidden underneath everything else. That's a little bit a pity.
Max?
But anyway, let's write down the final score.
I don't have anything to add, to be honest.
Oh yeah, Max, sorry.
It's all right. You said everything.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
Hey, Max.
Guys, we're going to do it like that, just so you know. We're going to hand our sheets over to Max now. Max does the administration today, and he's going to calculate everything now.
You come back, and we are listening now 2-3 songs.
Yeah, he's going to come back, and he's going to put the results into the internet system here. So that means I'm going to see on my screen who is the winner, and then we're going to announce it. But in the meantime, until this is done, Dave and me are going to listen to, I don't know, 2-3 tracks maybe that didn't make it into the top 10, and where all of us that were listening to these tracks now thought like, we're not quite sure what was the idea behind these remixes. So let's go. We're not gonna mention any names. We're just gonna play the tracks and tell you something about it. What our first impression is or was. So let's start with this one here.
Far across the water on some other distant beach. along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. It can come back now. Watch the lights go down.
Okay. It's like first of all, I want to say, never give up. Yeah, and that's like a little bit like a free jazz. You know free jazz?
I know.
I don't know.
I don't understand, but I know.
Go on YouTube and search free jazz. It's like a little bit
Yeah, exactly. So
this
free
harmonic.
jazz, technically, to me, and I know how to play instruments and I know how to produce music. I have an idea what logical thinking music scores and sheets are. And free jazz to me is like you put 1, 2, 3. No, one doesn't work. 2, 3, 4, 5 musicians in a room,
And everybody
just plays its own track or its own song. And they maybe start together and maybe they also end together, but everything in between is just a chaos.
Yeah.
And this is what free jazz is to me.
But maybe it was his first production,
Yeah.
and is maybe he's, I don't know, a young kid
Yeah,
or
it's really hard to say. And I mean, as a disclaimer, we don't want to be rude, and maybe
No.
this sounds rude now, and maybe you, this person who produced this, thinks like, oh my god, these guys, they just sit there and they tell me that they don't like my track,
No.
and this was wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong. But first of all, our intention is not to tell you, oh my god, stop producing or something. Our intention is not to give you a bad feeling, but
Never give up.
But the idea of a remix and a contest, of a remix contest, the idea is that you get feedback and that your track is going to be compared to tracks of other producers, and if somebody else does a better job, this is part of the competition. And I went through this process for the last almost 35 years since I'm producing music, still till today. Sometimes I produce tracks where even Dave, my A&R, or my fans, or my wife, or anybody tells me, hey, this track is pure bullshit. And this is part of the game, and but that doesn't mean that you need to give up. As Dave said, never give up.
never give up.
But for this track, it's really strange to me, and I had to check again and again if I downloaded the file correctly, because I really had the feeling that this is like 2 or 3 tracks played together where the tempo doesn't match, the tune doesn't match, the sounds don't match. This is really strange.
Next one.
Really strange. Okay, next one. We're not going to be too long with this, but
Yeah.
just to this producer, at least 2 things. Leave the whole production thing, like what you want to do with the track and everything, but at least 2 things you should always make sure that they work. One is the tempo, and the other one is the tune. I mean the key. If you know that this track is in, I think this one was in F minor, then
Mike.
if the vocals are in F minor, okay, yeah, I just want to tell you, because probably some producers out there and remixers, if you get the vocals and you hear that they're in F minor, your remix should probably be in F minor, maybe in C minor, maybe in G minor, something like that. But you can't just go with a random track and just put the vocal over it and call it a remix. Just so much. Okay, let's go with the next one.
Far across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline.
Yeah, the exact same story.
Yeah, but I think this guy behind or these guys are learning. That's it's
The production
it's-
itself, the production itself is okay. It's not there where it should be to release it, but I hear the idea of the track,
Yeah.
the build up, the break, the drop, everything is fine.
but on the point,
But
not on point.
no, the problem is that they just took a random
Yeah.
a random preset or production or arrangement that they had and just put the vocal on top, and that's it. They didn't adjust the key, they didn't adjust
No.
the tempo, nothing. Just, oh, we have a track, we have a vocal, this is a remix. This is not a remix.
Next one.
Okay, next one, last one, and we hope that Max is gonna come back with the results.
All across the water on some other distant beach, along the coastline, somewhere out of reach. Empty airport runways, no restless city street. They can come back now. Watch the lights go down.
He remembers me of Gigi D'Agostino or something, but the old school one. Prezioso.
Watch the lights go down.
Okay.
Okay. Key is there. That's fine. The tempo is also there, and it's interesting that you go half time with the just make everything like a ballad. I think that's just my idea. I think that you wanted to go to something a little bit trappy, a little bit maybe future bass or something like that, but the sounds are not there. That's the problem. This would technically work. The vocal would work as a future bass track, but then you need to have the proper trap sounds. Yeah, that's it. Everything else just sounds a little.
But it's not similar to L'amour toujours like this, but the original. No?
I don't know. I mean, this lead sound. Either way, I wouldn't use this lead sound, especially not in this kind of sound. It sounds a little bit too much like a cheap ballad from the 80s, or I don't know. It's really weird. I think the idea to make it like halftime trap or future bass, not bad. The vocal could work, but with these sounds, yeah, this is not gonna work. Okay, and now I'm gonna call Max
Yeah.
to get the results, and then we can technically announce
Difficult
the
compilation.
winner. Yeah, really difficult. I'm gonna turn off the microphones for a second so we can do some talking without you. Okay, guys, as you can see, we're back here and we had a pretty intense discussion
Yeah.
now. No, it was really hard because some of these remixes are very good and we weren't even sure if we should go with one winner or maybe more than one winner. And when we calculated all the scores, it looked like some of these tracks had the same score. And now we try to figure out which one is definitely going to win. And now we decided to do it like that. The result is going to be there are 3 remixes that are on second position and there's one winner. And I'm going to tell you which 3 remixes are on second position now, the silver medalists, and then I'm going to tell you which one is going to be the winner, the golden one. The 3 remixes that got the same score are let me see that.
Yeah, you have just to say the name.
Yeah, I just need to say
You
the
see it?
names. Okay, no, I just need to reorganize this. Ah, here it is. Okay, a little bit complicated here. So, on second position, there's Holt. Then there's Pandapush, and there is Almi. These 3 guys, congratulations! Hey! You made it on second position with really high scores. And now we're gonna announce the winner, and the winner is Broke.
Congratulations.
Okay,
Good job.
Great,
to all.
great job. Thanks to all of you. Who
Can I say
participated.
something?
Yeah, okay. Dave wants to say something.
I decided right now that I release all 4 tracks. We make a bundle.
Okay,
And
that means all
Yeah.
number 1 and these 3 on
Yeah.
number 2 are gonna be
yeah,
released.
because the music is good. And why not? Why not? I do something good for maybe some guys. No, I decided right now. It was a hard choice, but let's go. Come on.
Okay, very cool. Very
That's,
cool. I'm super happy about that.
And
because-
also, I want to say, when you want to send new demos or you have questions, go to the Sirup Music homepage and send all demos. We get an answer normally in 4 days. You get an answer if you have new promos or new stuff. But for this, we want to release all these 4 tracks, the winner, and you will get a notification from Max or from the team in the next few days. And then we search the release date all together. We make the graphics and you get the promo plan and you see how it's working a record company. Congratulations from Sirup Music.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike, for the great original. Always 10 millions on Spotify. I think 10 millions.
Yeah, we reached 10 million. now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Thanks,
you guys.
Max.
Thanks, Max. Thanks,
Welcome.
Dave. So, as I said, thank you everyone for participating in this remix contest, and we're gonna keep you informed. This is probably gonna be the part of these guys now. They're gonna contact you.
Yeah.
How
in the
everything's
next-
gonna work with the release of these remixes, and I'm super happy. I'm looking forward to this release, and yeah, I hope to see you again in a live stream soon, or maybe once live at an event. And keep on producing.
Never
and,
give up.
yeah, just go on. And thanks for watching, and see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.